collection vid here today. I'll do soft-spoken, I guess. My original Xbox collection. Kind of see all the games off to the side there. I did one of these a little while back. I think there might be one or two different ones in here, so figured I'd throw it up. First game, and the first three are in a series. The first one is Prince of Persia. Sands of Time. This game's awesome. Super fun. It flows so well. Like, they did such a good job of it. You know, when you're doing your wall running, you're jumping to like a pillar, launching off of that. You know, slowing down time. The fighting's really smooth as well. You know, did they remake this? Did the remake of this come out yet? I forgot about that, actually. I wanted to pick that up. Or the redo, the HD version of it. I don't think it's a full remake, but maybe it is. This one's really cool, though, for sure. Really good game. This is not my original copy. This came from a garage sale. The disc is actually badly scratched, but it actually works on my Xbox. Second one is the second one. This isn't really the second one. There's been like 50 Prince of Persia games before this even came out, but it's Prince of Persia Warrior Within. I originally only played a little bit of this back in the day. I think it was on the GameCube. It started off, you were on like a ship and it was sinking and you had to bust through it, but it was a lot of the same stuff. I know they made the Prince a little more angrier, I guess, in this one. I think this is the one where, like, at a certain point, like, he'll change. I think he'll change into like a demon type thing or something. I don't know. I do want to play this, so I picked this up maybe back in February, I think. I need to play it. I mean, you can tell that, well, he still looks pissed on the cover of this one, too, but... And the third one in the series, which is my most recent Xbox pickup. I got this maybe like 2 months ago. Shoot Thrones. I never played any of this one, so I'm excited to play it. See, he changes into the thing here. I don't know if he did that in this one or the second one. And there is like the chariot combat stuff as well, which is kind of cool. This one, unfortunately, has a little crack in the little teeth thing that holds the disc in, but other than that, it's in good shape. I do want to play these, though. Give them all these two a try. Fourth game here is Lord of the Rings, the Third Age. I've talked about this. This is an RPG in the vein of a Final Fantasy, stuff like that. Just with Lord of the Rings, you do not use, you fight alongside. It's kind of weird, like when you're fighting the Balrog, like you can control Gandalf, but the people you use are not people from the books or anything, I'm pretty sure. But apparently your characters were just like at these moments, but it is still really a cool turn-based RPG for sure. If you're into Lord of the Rings, absolutely pick it up. This is a garage sale pickup from a few years ago, Jedi Starfighter. I had played this back in the day, I bought it, I never beat it. It's pretty cool though, it's a cool aerial combat game. You use a couple of different vehicles. Mainly this is episode 2, Attack of the Clones. 40 new craft, apparently. This one. I did play a decent amount of it back then, but I can't remember. You fly the ship. Isn't that Obi-Wan's? I don't know. Sign up for the Room. An absolute classic, in my opinion. Survival, absolute classic. Survival horror game. I got this one off of eBay for actually a pretty decent price a little while back. It had some like damage to the artwork, but it does work. I need to do a gameplay at some point. I don't think I did. Back in the day, I actually pre-ordered this. I think I told the story of that. Not that there's much of a story. And it is a really good game. It's really creepy, like story-wise. It's probably the second best story behind 2 in the Silent Hill series, in my opinion. They use Henry Townsend there. And you're stuck in the room. Your room, it's like locked, like this. You gotta go through a hole that's in your bathroom, and then you go to like different areas. And you kind of warp back and stuff. It's cool. It's classic creepy Silent Hill. Great soundtrack. Combat's not that great, but super creepy. Obviously, here's Gladius. I've talked about this a shit ton of times. Awesome strategy RPG. You use, I think this is Valens and Ursula. You can use either one of them. You eventually will use them both. They meet up, but you can start the game with one of them, and you play maybe like, you can actually play a decent amount before you meet up. I believe it's probably like 5, 6, 7 hours, something like that. Another great battle. The battle tunes in this game are awesome. You can do a lot. You're traveling around the world. You can recruit people for your group, and the recruited people will die if they get into fights outside of the arena. In the arena, they just got knocked out. Out on the open world, when you're fighting enemies, they will die permanently. Except, and if your characters die out there, it's just game over. You level them up and stuff like that. And super long game too. It's awesome. Midway arcade treasures. This just has 20 of the old classic Midway games. I've talked about this before. I'm looking at it in a weird way because I'm pretty sure I showed this in the PS2 collection recently, right? Spy Hunter, Marvel Madness, 720, Smash TV, Rampart Blaster, Road Blasters, Gauntlet, Defender, Defender 2, Beer Tapper, all that good stuff from back in the day, Paperboy. Rampage, they had a lot of classic arcade games that got ported over to the consoles as well. Did gameplay on this one, 007 Agent Under Fire. I originally had this as one of the first games I had for the GameCube. I did that gameplay on it, I guess not that recently, maybe like 2-3 months ago. Cool Bond game. I think I prefer Nightfire to this one. For those ones, GoldenEye is still my favorite, but you know, they've been made by different companies over the years. But this one was cool. This one actually had multiplayer in it too. I never played it. I played, I think, a little of Nightfire multiplayer with some friends. But at the time, it looked great. You know, it's classic Bond action. You got little gadgets and stuff, and a couple car missions in there. I think Nightfire is the one where you end up in space. Madden 07, just a Madden game I picked up at probably a garage sale at some point. I'm sure it's like the other Maddens. Another classic, Dead to Rights. See, I'm not tapping again. I tapped on the first game, then did not tap after that. This game's awesome. Use Jack Slade here. You're a cop who's kind of framed, and it's like Max Payne. It has the bullet time like Max Payne, but in my opinion, like overall game, the Max Paynes are better for like action and fun though. This game is ridiculous. You're freaking diving, you're shooting bolts, you're sending your dog Shadow to disarm people, you're doing disarm moves. Like once you get it down, it flows so well, and the boss fights are really unique. So I'm gonna pick this game up if you've never played it. It's probably like $5. I didn't like the second one as much. The third one was pretty good though. The one that came out on 360 and PS3, Retribution, I think it was called. Bloodwake. Both combat game. I don't think they ever made a second one of this. Pretty fun. This had multiplayer as well. It's pretty cool. Your boats, you can get different boats and it comes on them and stuff. You're just like blowing up other ships. You're blowing up like little forts and stuff like that. It's such a pretty cool game. Like I said, it never got it's an Xbox exclusive that I think might have came out at launch. It says 2001, so it might have actually been a launch title or it came out real soon after, because it was only 2 months after the launch of 2001. And like I said, I don't think this ever got a second one. Blood Omen 2, a classic, the Legacy of Kane series. You use Kane in this one, you're fighting the Seraphim Lords. I'm pretty sure in this one, I think there's aliens in this actually that are controlling them. But you have all kinds of different powers as Kane, you're a vampire. So you can like hypnotize people, kind of possess them, drain their blood from afar and stuff, or you can get up close and do it. You can like mist through things and stuff. It's a really cool game. I remember it's one of the first games I actually owned for the original Xbox. This Xbox. Really cool though. Defiance is really good. The Soul Reavers are the ones where you use Raziel. Defiance, you use both of them. And this in the first Blood Omen, you use Kane. Raziel and the Soul Reavers, you're chasing Kane. Because he like threw you off a pit and ripped out your wings because he used to be a vampire. Great voice acting in this game actually too. People who do the voicing are awesome. And the last one here is a 007 Everything or Nothing. I think they gameplay this. Well, this is a third-person Bond game. It's really good, and they actually got Pierce Brosnan to do the voice. And probably the motion capture as well. At least they gave him his face. He probably didn't do the mocap. But there's a lot of known people in this. You got John Cleese back, Judi Dench as M. John Cleese played like Q, but he was also Q's understudy when the older guy, and then he died, and then he became the Q. It's a really cool Bond game, though, for sure. Willem Dafoe's in this, too. Richard Kiel, the guy who played Jaws, he's probably playing Jaws. I gotta end this in a minute, it's getting real hot in here. I turned off the AC to do this. It's like 90-something degrees today. This is another awesome game. I want to expand this collection more. But yeah, anyway, that's my original Xbox collection. Thanks for checking this out, and have a good day.